Yeah, so I think it's time we have an honest conversation about Tamar Braxton. A few months ago, when all the clips were going around of Tamar and Tawanda getting into it, and y'all were just going on, Tamar ain't wrong, and Tamar's been vindicated and all of this stuff. Her sisters are the villain. And I said to y'all, no, Tamar's still the villain. We just have figured out that her sisters are also villains as well. Y'all couldn't wrap y'all's minds around there being more than one villain in a story. And y'all couldn't wrap y'all's minds around people being able to be right and wrong concurrently. Like, Tamar's situation with her sisters had nothing to do with her beef with K. Michelle, Candy, Tiny Toya, all of them girls. And that was my whole point. Yeah, she may be right in this situation. This does not absolve her of all the bullshit that she's been in the past. We got K. Michelle, we got Lonnie Love, we got Candy, we got Tiny, we got Toya, we got Monica, we got James, Chanel, we got Funky Dineva, the whole cast of the real, and we're not even naming. I'm sure I've left about 3 or 4 names off the feud list that Tamar has had. The unfortunate thing about Tamar Braxton is she's a fucking phenomenal talent. Tamar had the ability to have R&B on lock. Like, she would be the reigning queen of R&B if it weren't for her antics. Y'all don't want to accept the fact that Tamar is a fucking mess. Like, y'all go as far as say, well, she was SA'd as a child. Let me tell y'all something as somebody who was SA'd as a child as well. It's a horrible cross to bear, but I have to still be responsible for my actions as an adult. I can't go get up tomorrow and punch a bitch in their face and then blame it on, oh, well, I was SA'd as a child. Tamar she has skated by because people make excuses for her. Family and fans. Y'all make excuses for Tamar's behavior. And that's why she's been able to be the mess that she is with no consequence. At some point, at almost 50 years old, Tamar is going to have to own her shit and acknowledge that she's a fucking problem. Y'all went as far as to try to rewrite history as to say, if Tracy were living, Tracy would absolutely be on Tamar's side against Tawanda. Tracy almost whooped Tamar's ass on that show. In no world do y'all really expect me to believe that Tracy would have been on Tamar's side. Furthermore, if Tracy were living, it wouldn't be Tawanda versus Tamar. It would be Tamar versus Tracy. Because Tracy was the only person really giving it to Tamar. Y'all be living in this fantasy where, yes, Tamar is right sometimes, but she's wrong a lot. And y'all don't want to accept that because, again, like I said, y'all don't feel like people can be right and wrong concurrently. Tamar can be a rotten person 3 days out of the week, and 4 days out of the week, she's an angel. That is just how humans are. Tamar is a fucking problem, and I think it stems, it's mentally, and then I've told y'all before, it starts with the mama and the daddy. All of them Braxton girls are a fucking mess if we're going to be honest about it. Because it starts with their mama and daddy. But y'all have to stop making excuses for Tamar. Yes, things happen to her. She had trauma as a child, whereas, hell, most of us who are millennial and above have experienced some type of trauma growing up. That does not absolve us of wrongdoing in our big age, especially when you are 35 and older. Like, we have to be fucking for real. Tamar's a fucking problem. And until Tamar goes away and gets the help that she needs, she's going to continue to be a problem. That lady is an agent of chaos. Everywhere she goes, chaos is sure to come. That's not a symptom of trauma. that is in her. That is a symptom of how she was raised, and what she was allowed to do while she was raised. Because I go places in chaos. I have trauma as a child, and chaos don't ensue everywhere I go. Tamar needs therapy. Miss E needs therapy. Miss E has to acknowledge her wrongdoing, and and Michael has to acknowledge where he fell short. And when the parents heal, when the roots heal, the rest of the tree gonna heal. Until then, that Braxton family needs to stay the fuck off TV, stay the fuck off social media, and stay the fuck away from us. There's no reason that somebody as talented as Tamar should be known for anything other than her voice. It's sad.